continuing our Signatory 30th drink through here. I'm Ray.
I'm Derek. I'm Chris.
I'm Anthony.
This time we have four more. We got a Linkwood, Mosstowie, Mortlach, and Bunnahabhain. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the Linkwood. This is a Linkwood 1990 27 year, coming in at 50.3%. Yeah, so this is getting a little bit higher in the 50 range ABV compared to the last one in the 40s.
It's like a green apple cotton candy.
Yeah,
yes.
It's
the confectionery sugar on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nose is starting to carry some more flavor in the higher ABVs now.
Yeah, we were like digging through the. It's like an almost mint.
There's a lot of character on this one, though.
I know.
It's like there's like a brightness, almost like a more menthol.
Yeah, it goes almost minty on the nose as you nose it more.
Now that I'm focusing on it, it smells like those those mint candies that just sort of melt in your mouth that you get at restaurants.
Yeah,
sort of like that.
Yeah, some kind of a wet, damp grass. I like it. Hogshead, only 27 years compared to the other ones that were like kind of 45 years. All right, let's go in for the palate. Oh, that's a classic Linkwood right there. It's got a lot of oak. It's got a nice oak character on it.
It's got a thick, oily texture.
Oh, that's hitting a sweet spot. I am liking that one.
I like this one a lot too.
Yeah. Do you know the fill level of this one when they poured it out?
This one is still probably bottom quarter, bottom third.
I think that proof really helped it kind of withstand that time in the bottle.
Yeah, this makes me think of like a lot of ex-bourbon character. There's like a nice, almost like caramelly sweet on the nose now that kind of falls on the palate.
Do you think there's something to be said about 50%? I think is a sweet spot I've been finding for whiskey in general, both bourbon and Scotch. Surprisingly, for 50%, this one tastes like it's higher proof in a good way, right?
Yeah.
Like the flavor is really.
It's bright, but also just doesn't feel like a burn.
No.
The next one up here is Mosstowie, 1973. We're going back to 45 years. Refill sherry butt at 51.6%.
That's exciting. 51% at 45 years is exciting. You can get that banana.
Oh.
Very different from the.
I just got like this moment of gasoline for some reason.
I was getting used to that. It's like a burnt rubber almost.
Burnt rubber, yeah.
Start, yeah.
Very latexy.
Yeah, latexy for sure.
Maybe that'll pass. Maybe it's because of the cap.
I actually had to blow into it to kind of get rid of that to start.
But then you get that banana sweetness and then like tropical fruit almost.
Yeah.
Like, it's got this like nondescript tropical fruitiness to it.
Oh, this reminds me of those hard candies, the ones that are shaped like a banana.
Yeah. That's
the runs,
exactly
the
runs.
runs.
The runs, yeah. It's like very artificial banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that sunscreen kind of like
sunscreen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sunscreen is
yeah.
good, yeah.
It's got the sunscreen tone to it.
It's also got a very floral. The color is super light on this one. 45 years old was a refill, I guess. Yeah.
I wonder how it stayed at that ABV for so long.
Burnt rubber just is still there now.
It's dissipated, but it's kind of mingled and kind of with all the fruit flavors, so it's a little bit more palatable now. It didn't like separate,
Yeah.
All right, let's go in.
Oh wow! I like this one. Can I add some like bitterness and some kind of like richness at the end? I can't describe. It's like
It's kind of like vegetal, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a hair.
I'm getting a little bit of coconut.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's like young coconut.
Yeah. It reminds me of the coconut fat washed.
Like that maraschino cherry, almost like medicinal kind of like funkiness on the end.
Oh, this is slapping for me now. This is a good one. I think that this is either a 90 or a 91 for me.
Like this is higher proof than the last one, but this doesn't taste like a high proof one.
I think it's that time to settle probably really helped.
Yeah.
The other one seemed a little excited.
you wonder where at 51.6%, it must have been aged somewhere less humid.
Okay.
This is like less condensed in that kind of.
Well, because when you're aging and it's humid in the warehouse, then you get more alcohol as it ages share. But if it's humid, or if it's not humid, then you get more water as it. And then
less evaporation.
It could get well. The evaporation is water, and so the alcohol concentrates.
The lowest quarter of the basement.
So by that, you know how we kind of say if there's Indian whiskey or Taiwanese whiskey, it's this age, but in fact it's 5 years. Like it took 5 years to hit whatever age.
But like,
So what if we applied that to this but backwards? What would it be sitting at?
Accelerated loss is not accelerated aging.
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't call that accelerated. I think it's just different, and it affects the flavor differently. I wouldn't say that it's better or worse, but I think it's
different for sure.
So this is the Mortlach 1991 27-year-old in a refill sherry butt, bottled in 2018.
It's
These are all bottled in 2018. So
Yeah.
that's the
It's like a really like a wedding cake, that richness in that.
Yeah.
Like
But it's so perfumey, like it's so fragrant, like it's a really nice, soft kind of just goes up your nostrils, kind of like wafting.
There's a little bit of that like dry hay almost too.
Oh, that
grassiness.
It's surprisingly perfumey for being a refill sherry, and at that color.
surprisingly dark for a refill.
Surprisingly
Yeah.
dark.
Wasn't this last one?
That was refill sherry too.
Refill sherry as well.
Refill sherry,
Yeah.
but complete night and day.
But it's
so
like I guess like is it a first fill or second fill, right? Like
That's the question.
man, how much was the okay? So that Mortlach probably the bottle was a little bit fresher too.
Oh, I see.
I think it was a little bit fresher.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, the nose is a 91 automatically for me.
Yeah.
This is beautiful
Because
nose.
it has those floral notes that you look for.
Floral, but just like a candy store.
Yeah.
Candy store.
Confectionery.
It's very very cakey.
Yeah. All right, let's go in then.
Oh, that's
sherry.
That's classic sherry.
Sherry. Not in a bad way, but I love this.
Not in a bad way, but for a 27-year-old, I feel like there are so many whiskeys that taste like this.
I do agree with that. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
I do think on the finish, there's a little bit something that feels different, but like to me, there's less unique about this than maybe the Linkwood and Moss.
I think 85% of this palette is pretty standard.
Yeah.
And then the last 15% tail.
At the tail end, I get a lot of like dried fruits, like dried cherries, like mini raisins almost.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's enough to warrant the price though.
This is a good example of a modern style sherry then. Very sweet focus, not really delving into that kind of a stringent dry quality. But I mean,
there's nothing offensive about it.
I do like it, but I guess I heard like what you would expect it to be for the age, right?
Yeah.
And like price you're paying for it, and compared to other stuff we're trying.
Also for the release, as an anniversary release, I'd expect it to be like, oh, this is different.
Because I've arguably had some picks from Signatory that are just better.
I mean, Mortlach is known to be very sulfury, and this one doesn't have that good sulfur either. So it's a little bit of a one-off, as a single cast.
Do you think if this kind of sat a little more, it would develop?
Let's leave it a little bit of tank. So this is a 1975 Bunnahabhain, 43-year-old refill sherry butt. It's even darker than the other one. Than the Mortlach. This is dark as
43 years old at 51.8%.
That's.
I mean, the 30-year I have is 47.8.
Oh, that nose.
But again, refill sherry butt. This thing is dark.
To be fair, the 30-year-old that was first fill I had is black. It's just black.
That is a really, really nice sherry nose.
Yeah.
And this one delves into kind of like that, like really dark sugar, kind of dark sherry, kind of aspect to it.
I am getting like it's a little bit like a cough syrup on the nose.
I do get a
in
lot of
good
that.
way.
Yeah.
But not a cherry cough syrup. It's kind of like
Yeah, it's not cherry cough syrup. It's like a.
But one thing I'm not getting, surprisingly, is like some sherry tends to be a little more like that umami kind of mushroomy smell or flavor to it.
There's like a dusty Benadryl.
That's
In a good way.
Yeah.
okay.
A 43-year-old Benadryl.
43-year-old.
I do get some of that brininess on it.
Yeah, no mushroom on this
Yeah,
one.
no mushroom.
All right, let's go in on the palate. Oh, that slaps.
Start this sweetness and kind of changes to like this dried fruit, kind of like I don't know.
It's the old cherry as well.
It's a little bit old sherry. Just a
Yeah.
little waxy, in the mid.
Waxing.
There's a little waxiness in the middle there.
I do think that this is this brings more to the table than the Mortlach.
Yes.
Yeah, it has more complexity. Like it kind of turns a
changes,
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Develops in your mouth.
Do you know when the sherry started changing? Like where they changed from taking their time in the sherry to kind of rush aging it?
This is interesting because like I'm getting some fresh fruit notes along with the stewed fruit notes. It's like it's brighter as well as like it's like brighter on the front and then dark
Changes,
on the finish.
Man, I'm getting like more and more leather coming on the nose now.
Like an old glove, like an old baseball
Yeah.
glove almost.
Like a very, very comfy glove that you've had in a compartment for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weather warm.
You're sitting in an old Eames chair.
It's
Are there old Eames chairs? Really old Eames chairs?
Yeah, I think like the design was like what?
this is
75.
There we go.
there's like an old man with a youthful spirit.
Who has a lot of stories to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of experience, but they got that youthful bright side.
One day I hope to be like that.
It makes that conversion, that change from like sweet cherry to like some kind of like earthy. It's not mushroom. It's not.
No.
It does get earthy though.
It gets almost like a grassy note in a way.
Yeah.
Out of all the ones we tried so far, this one has like more of a journey and kind of flavor development throughout.
Yeah, I don't agree with the 92, but I'll give it a 91 for that one.
Yeah.
That's a 91.
There's the exploration I'm looking for in a 30th or like a special.
Yeah,
release.
I think this is more. I don't know. I wouldn't disagree with the 92. I think of all of them we've tried, I think this is the most this is the most deserving of its current rating.
I would rate this high as all the ones.
It was closer, but I think there's some fanboys like you guys like bumping up the scores on this thing. It's only 5 people,
I'm actually not.
Oh, hey, look, 90. Okay, we're in the ballpark then. But yeah, there's the Callan fan in 1968 giving this thing a 94. Okay,
Probably reminded him of the old cherry of the old Macallan.
I want to check the previous one, the Mortlach, and see if Stewart rated.
Going back to the Linkwood though, it still holds itself up pretty well. Like it doesn't have that development of flavors of Buna, but it's like a nice brightness almost, like a change of pace, which I like.
Oh yeah, going back to it, I'm getting like
Oh, it's got
tons
buttery, super buttery.
I'm getting tons of like yeah, it's buttery with like vanilla.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit, just a little bit. Like one of those like Disney like churros with like kind of filled with like the cream in the middle, Not like the more classic kind of cinnamon.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
It's a cream filled churro.
I've never had a cream filled churro.
But the sun, I think it's a sunscreen that kind of like smoothened out and like that sunscreen nose.
The sunscreen is a moss, I think.
I got on both of them. The Mosstowie, I was getting a little more tropical and
The
coconut.
moss had more of the sunscreen.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely the banana.
Okay, so courtesy of Whiskey Base here, in the mid 1950s, one of the whiskeys produced with Lowman stills at Milton Duff was called Mosstowie. So it's a Lowman still. Although most of it was used for Ballantine's finest. We have occasional rare acrid volleys and a single malt starting in okay. All right, so it's a Milton Duff and a Lowman still. All right, there you go. That's what Mosstowie is. Oh, okay. So of the 4 on this roundup here, what's your favorite then? Please don't say Buna. Is it gonna be the Vuna?
Yeah.
It's gonna
It's
be
the
the
Vuna.
Vuna.
It's
Yeah.
the Vuna.
Yeah, even if you didn't put a name to it, it would still be the Vuna.
But I think it depends on the occasion, though, right? I think like if I'm going to drink it every single day to enjoy it, the Linkwood probably one. The Buna, I need to like sit down and like think about it, you know.
But my thing is, if it's a 30th lineup, you're not going to be dailying it.
No,
you shouldn't.
fair. I guess like again, it depends on the context.
So this would be
Tasty.
like
Yeah.
a bottle share, something that you can kind of kill. You're not going to
Yeah.
be too
Yeah.
ashamed
Well,
about.
but it's also like a good entrance into
Yeah.
like
It's easy drinking.
yeah.
And the Mosstowie, I mean, come on.
Because it's also got very distinct flavor notes that people can pick out and they can describe because they will obviously have known something like that.
You know, the Linkwood is the cheapest of the 4 bottles, so it's like there's like it's like $600, 600 euros.
Yeah,
It's the cheapest
I
of the
don't
whole.
know.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
cheapest.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the Mosstowie. I think the Mosstowie was very expensive just because of the rarity of the distillery, maybe.
Probably.
But
I think if it were a rare whiskey I'd show them, I'd probably show them the Mosstowie.
Was the
just
number
because
of
the
bottles
reds.
for each of them about the same?
Hmm?
The number of bottles
True.
being released for each of them?
how many
not for
bottles you mean?
1800 euros.
No, not for 1800.
I don't
but-
know. I don't have that data there. I'll have to
This
look it
right
up.
But it's just like one barrel for
Probably
each.
still a
Yeah.
decent chunk of
I
change.
still think the Mortlach's probably one of the best, bang for your bucks. I mean, at 750 euros for a bottle of it.
But
Bang
going, yeah.
For the buck is relative.
Yeah, at 750 euros, is there a bang for their buck?
There's a
Does
bang
that
for sure.
exist?
There's a bang.
Yeah, there is a bang.
But going back to like what Chris said, it's a flavor that you get in cheaper bottles.
It is nice
Yeah.
though. The Mortlach
No, it
opens
is
up
delicious.
more. It gets
It's great.
sweeter.